Good afternoon, everybody, as I adjust the volume here in the headset and not drown anybody out. Let me make sure I get that right. 1, 3, and 5, and 6. And people are probably listening, what is he talking about? We have the whole gang here. We have a special guest. We have Nate Rollins from the Whitman-Hanson Express joining us. Usually Nate visits us via a text message, bails us out with some questions.
Well, Nate is one of our former interns.
Right, he helped out, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Right, and sports beat writer for us, right?
Correct. He
All right.
bails us out.
Welcome, Nate. It's great to have you. Great to see you, actually.
On a snowy Saturday.
In studio, right?
Yeah,
I'm excited.
What, the snow or Nate's here?
Yeah, both. And Aheva is back from her holidays out in California.
Nice.
Yeah, welcome back, Aheva.
Thank you.
So this is a long stretch for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh boy, senior year at Taunton High School. Wow. Enjoy it.
Thank you.
Goes by quick.
I know.
Sure does.
I'm just trying to get the music. So today, we really didn't promote this. We're going to start doing a better job promoting what we're going on. We're going to give a shout out to Catherine Conley, who does all the social media on the Twitter page.
Yeah, we miss you,
Facebook.
Catherine.
Yes, we do.
Oh, Casey.
She's a good kid. So hopefully someday soon we'll get her back as well. But with that being said, I asked Nate to come on. I thought we'd, work on a top 10. But at the same time, I was telling Aheva, usually what we do is we'll do the interview. Then at the end we'll pick maybe 10 scores of boys and girls, because you really can't get through them all. Because once you hear me read the conferences, we cover 10 conferences. We try to cover 10 conferences. And we may not get all the high schools in, but we'll try to get them recognition, from our end. And this, of course, everyone watching, this is streamed live. This is not taped, because this is going to be past history once we get done with this hour. They're playing today. Right, so we're not gonna record it. We're just going to play it live on the YouTube page here at the radio station.
Okay.
But with that being said, I want to make sure I get the music fired up. I have the scores. We have some great highlights.
All right, so Don, I think you need to tell everybody what we're highlighting.
I'm getting there. I haven't been there yet. I'm working my way into it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I was confused when I texted you this morning.
Yeah, I am kind of working.
Oh, is this football or basketball? Or?
No, it's definitely,
Get there.
definitely not football.
Okay.
So, of course, we're going to talk about the top 20. We're going to talk about high school girls and boys basketball. And I should have said that. I thought I said that when I mentioned Nate, who has
No,
the
you
top
didn't,
10.
but that's all right.
I thought I did. So, Aheva and Luce, they have some results from Friday night, and they're going to go let you know who won, how the team standed out. Each one has, Aheva smartly put an asterisk next to one she's going to cover, and then yours are the ones, obviously, with the ones that didn't have an asterisk. You follow me?
Yeah, but you told me opposite before.
No, she has asterisks, you don't have asterisks.
Okay.
So you'll start off with the girls, she'll start off with the boys, and then what
Okay.
we'll do is we'll switch, right? And between that, Nate's going to we'll try to say the top 10 for the end, but we can throw that in there. But as far as updating news for us, Nate said, have we mentioned the Hall of Famers? We did that a long time ago, right?
Hall of Famers for
the
this upcoming
ceremony, the 6th
No,
annual.
we didn't.
Okay, so anyway.
You're in process of getting bios.
Yep, processing, getting bios. And actually, I'm going to call them tomorrow and let them know. There's a chance, they're out of high school sports, so they probably don't listen to the show that much. So with that being said, we want to congratulate Dan Buron from Bridgewater Raynham High School. We want to also congratulate Joe Silva. Am I saying that right, Nate? Is it Joe?
Lou Silva.
Lou Silva, thank you. Joe's brother Lou. No, Lou Silva from Marshfield High School.
Oh.
And then Ron St. George, who just passed away. And that's going to be a little bit tricky, because I got to contact his old head coach, because he was an assistant coach with Middleborough, and I think Dave Kingman can probably Pat Kingman can get me in touch with, the wife, and hopefully get a lot of pictures, put a collage together.
Maybe Adam too. Adam might be able to.
Oh yeah, Adam
Sheehan.
Sheehan. Yeah, he might be able to help us out. So,
Oh, okay.
So-
So that's up and coming
Up and
sometime
coming.
in April.
Yep. So
We're
the
working on
third
a
week.
venue, correct?
correct. So we
All
had
right,
an
so-
original venue, and exactly it changed. It looks
Okay.
like it's going to change.
Okay, so the names you read off are the Hall of Famers.
Correct.
All right.
Yep, the future Hall of Famers. So we can get that in the works. So with that being said, let me run down at least the boys, and maybe I'll do the girls' results from Friday when we come back in the second half of this hour. You know what I mean? Let me just at least get the boys' results in from Friday.
Yeah, I'm just
Right.
gonna,
You know,
I'm
and
gonna
then-
follow.
And then what we'll do is we'll have you and Ahava, because I'm going to be doing the background music like we talked about. And like I said, it's just this one other volume thing. I just got to make sure I don't drown anybody out.
Nate, it's so great to have you in studio
Yes,
today.
thank you. It's great to join you guys.
Really?
All right, so with that being said, we'll start with the boys' results from Friday. We'll fire up the music. Make sure it plays. There it is. All right, so boys basketball, Friday night results. Bay State Conference, it was Braintree over Framingham, 57-42. Natick over Milton, 52-49. Newton North over Needham, 67-48. Walpole over Wellesley, 70-55. Excuse me, Cape and Islands, Barnstable over Cape Cod Academy, 89-54. Falmouth blanks Martha's Vineyard, 60-32. Nantucket beats Nauset, 49-62. Rising Tide Charter, they beat Sturgis East, 46-26. Catholic Central, Archbishop Williams beats Cathedral, 62-48. St. Mary's beats Bishop Stang, 79-57. Cardinal Spellman, their second win of the season in boys basketball, they beat Arlington Catholic, 51-47. Catholic Conference, Catholic Memorial beats BC High, 79-77. Malden Catholic beats St. John's of Shrewsbury, 78-43. Severian beats St. John's Prep, 56-31. Hockomock boys, again, staying with boys basketball. Hockomock Conference, Franklin beats Attleboro, 52-37. Milford beats King Philip, 70-67. Taunton beats Sharon, 61-49. Oliver Williams beats Canton, 60-48. Foxborough beats Stoughton, 55-37. Mayflower League, Blue Hills beats Diamond, 57-34. Cohasset beats Avon, 77-44 non-league game. Oates Colony beats South Shore Volk, 75-48. Patriot League, Hingham, they beat Hanover, 25-44. North Quincy beats Marshfield, 66-44. Situate beats Duxbury, 77-76. Whitman Hanson beats Plymouth South, 61-47. Silver Lake beats Pembroke, 72-67. Moving on South Coast as we finish this up in boys basketball. Bourne beats Joseph Case, 71-44. Greater New Bedford Volk beats Old Rochester, 46-44 in two overtimes. Somerset Berkeley beats Dighton Rehoboth, 87-81. Fairhaven beats Seaconks, 62-60. South Shore League, Abington beats New Bedford, 75-65. Norwell beats Middleborough, 54-38. East Bridgewater beats Randolph, 59-32. Carver beats Mashpee, 50-44. Calvary, Chapel, they beat Hull, 70-52. Cohasset, that's my phone chaining into that. That's why you hear the background, sorry. Cohasset beats Avon, 77-44. Southeast, Abington beats New Bedford, 75-65. Finishing up with Tri-Valley, Medway 52 over Hopkinton, 52-50. Westwood over Medfield, 63-55. Norwood over Bellingham, 48-33. Holliston beats Dover Sherborne, 63-59. And finally, Dedham beats Millis, 71-66. And one more, Norton beats Ashland, 69-50. Yikes. That's a lot of scores. So that's the boys, and we'll touch on the girls. And that's my phone chiming in. I really apologize for that. So I'm just going to shut it off, and it's off. All right. So with that being said, we have some highlights. I don't care who wants to go first. Maybe we can touch on some of the highlights from Friday night as we dive in a little bit deeper on those results.
Okay. Well, I can go first. I have the girls basketball. Yeah, final results, I guess.
Yep.
Or updated results. So I have Braintree, 56, Framingham, 47. Sturgis East, 36, Rising Tide Charter, 22.
Yeah, do you have the result? You got to read the results, though. Read the recap. That's right.
Oh, is that what you want me to do?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's start over. Braintree 56, Framingham 47. Captain Frankie Spadorcia was immense with 17 points and 20 rebounds of the number 13 Womps, 7-1, in the Bay State Conference win. Next up, I have Sturgis East 36 and Rising Tide Charter, 22. Nori Ray's 19-point evening powered the Storm 4-1 to a Cape and Islands road win. Wow, 36-22. Where is Rising Tide Charter?
I think in Plymouth area.
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember, you get the ones without the asterisks.
Yep, that's what I'm reading. Foxborough 76. Wow. Romping over Stoughton 26. Senior guard Kaylee Sullivan led the number 8 Warriors, who are 6-1, with 22 points. Junior guard Adriana Perazzo, 17 points, had 5 3-pointers and 7 assists. And senior forward Eva Hill added 13 points and 9 rebounds in a Hockomock win. Oh, congratulations, 76. Holy smokes. Let's see. I also have North Quincy 49 and Marshfield 31. So this game, the Raiders 7-1 get the Patriot League victory, led by sophomores Maeve Powers with 17 points and Alea Colbert 10 points, as well as 9 points from freshman Jen Chu. I have a couple more here. Norwell, 53, and Middleborough, 31. So senior Maddie Oliver with 22 points, 12 rebounds, 4 steals, drained 6 3-pointers to propel the 9-ranked Clippers, who are 7-1, to the South Shore win. Junior Alex Cassidy added 9 points and 5 rebounds, and freshman Adrian Dowd also grabbed 12 rebounds. Congratulations, Norwell. So Dartmouth 55 and Bridgewater Raynham 43. Senior guard Kat Cheeseborough. Oh, I remember Kat. Wow, scored 39 points, including 15 in the fourth quarter, as the 10th ranked Indians, 7-0, held number 12 Bridgewater Raynham's 5-3 to 22% shooting in a non-league win. Camden Strandberg had 17 points and 6 rebounds for BR, and Kaylin Zuber, that name sounds familiar also, added 10 points and controlled the boards for Dartmouth. Congratulations, Dartmouth. So last one I have is Norwood at 49 and Bellingham at 37. So Lily Cordani tossed in 15 points, Ava Murad added 11, and CC Becker hit a pivotal 3 to lift the number 15 Mustangs, who are 6-1, to the Tri-Valley win. So congratulations, Norwood. And that's what I have for girls.
Awesome. So with that being said, we will take our first break. You're listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk and watching us live online, all one word, 4deepsportstalk.com. We're doing our basketball roundup to get everybody caught up to date, and we'll have a top 10. We'll be back with more right after this. Hey, welcome back. You are watching and listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here on the news station, 1320 AM WARA, and you can watch us all online at 4deepsportstalk.com. I almost forgot the name of the website for a second. We have a Haver Jet from Taunton High finishing up. She has another. Well, we have another like 4 months, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
And then we have a little ceremony we do at Taunton High where they get to do a little presentation.
Oh, yeah.
And, they usually, make sure my picture's like way far back so I look thinner. Right? So Haver's this big and I'm this big. So I don't take up the whole shot. And
When's that? At the end of the school year?
yeah, the end of the school year. They usually
Like
have the
the thing we
cafeteria.
did at BCC?
Exactly.
Okay.
We did it with Matt last year. And, of course, we have Nate Rollins from the Whitman Hanson Express. I twisted his arm twice to get in here. The second time was a charm. So he has a top 10, and we always talk about doing the top 10. And last year, I don't think we did as good as job. But for people just chiming in, the Hall of Famers this year, Dan Buron from Bridgewater Raynham, Lou Silva, I actually got his name right, didn't say Joe. Lou Silva from Marshfield, they're both football coaches, and Ron St. George, who we just lost this last winter, and he was over at Middleborough as an assistant coach. We actually had him in studio a couple of years ago when he finished coaching at the time at Cardinal Spellman, and he's the one that gave us a breaking story. Oh, I'm not done coaching. I'm going to go to Middleborough now. So we actually put that on Twitter. Breaking news reported by 4. It was pretty cool. So we're going to get that going for the Hall of Famers. We have an idea based off what Nate's going to do for boys who should, the coaches. Every time 9 times out of 10, Bob Rogers wins it from Whitman Hanson because, he has a legit system that works.
Yeah, nice guy.
And a nice guy. Mm-hmm. And you never know. It comes down to a voting. It's us here, and then it is Josh Perry from Hockomock Sports. It's Mark Vasconcelos, and then we throw it out on a Twitter vote, and then we hashtag the schools. All the schools. Who do you like? And that counts as a vote. So we keep the schools involved. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be real interesting how that's going to.
Yeah. So that's
place.
girls and boys.
Yep, girls and boys.
Coaches and players of the year.
Absolutely. And we're talking about changing the venue. Once we get it in stone, we'll let you know. And, that should do it. That's most of it. So now Luce just updated us on the recap of some of the games from Friday night for the girls. And now Haver Jets is going to get us caught up on what she has for the boys. And then, we'll go from there. So with that being said, as I fire up the music, which she probably doesn't need because he sounds a lot cleaner than I ever did as far as talking, here is a Haver Jet.
For last night's game, North Quincy 66 and Marshfield 49, senior captain Kobe Nguyen dropped game-high 22 points with freshman Aiden McGrath 19 points and Lucas Short 18 points in support to drive a key Patriot League victory for the Raiders 8-1 as they outscored the Rams 6-1, 23-5 in the third quarter to pull away. Somerset Berkeley 87 and Dighton Rehoboth 81 with 22 points from Dom Taylor and a clutch three-pointer to bring the game to double overtime with Finn Boyerk 12 points, 21 rebounds. The 20th ranked Blue Raiders 7-1 pulled off a South Coast road victory. Just quote from the coach: "We played really well in the second overtime. We do a lot of exercising in practice, and I really think it paid off tonight. We're in great shape to play," said Coach Bob Slater. Slater praised his team's grit as they played hard throughout the game, long despite being pushed to the brink late. "We relate to life," he said. "If we want to succeed in life, you have to keep on working. If you want to do well in life, that's how we have to play. Just keep working no matter what the score is, no matter of the out of it. Just keep on playing." Colton Pacheco had 22 points and 4 assists. Abington 75 and New Bedford 65. Tyler Stati had 25 points, 8 rebounds, and Kingston Maxwell, 18 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, and 3 steals, provided huge stat lines with Jack Riley with 15 points and Jake McSherry, 11 points, 6 rebounds, adding key contributes for the Green Wave, 7-1 in a non-league game. Catholic Memorial, 79, and BC High, 77. Jakari Jenkins caped out a game-high 33-point performance with a big three-pointer down the stretch to a Catholic conference victory with the number 7 Knights 5-1. Aiden Pierce added 20 points for the host Knights. We have St. Mary's 79, Bishop Stang 57. JJ Martinez filled with a triple-double with 18 points, 8 assists, and 7 rebounds in a non-league home win for St. Mary's that brought them to 9-0. June Vasquez tacked on with 15 points as well. And that is it. Oh, yeah. That is it.
I have to turn my mic on. You're all caught up?
Yep.
All right, so we can switch that. So you know, when we'll do. Well, there we go. I just thought that would be kind of cool. So let me just get the music down a little bit more. Dee. All right, get that. Sound effects are free. All right, Nate. What do you before I dive into the girls' scores, and we have like 5 minutes before we go on our third break. Any of those scores or any of those highlights you heard, at least in the boys? Because I know you have the boys' top 10. Any of those surprise you at all? Any team surprise you?
Not really. It's sort of the usual suspects are, once again, very good.
Yeah.
In the leagues, the Hockomock, the Patriot, very strong again.
Right. So now on another side thing, same thing with doing with high school sports, of course, is what do you think about the whole Big Three and the Southeast Conference slowly going away? And I just think it's a joke. I'm gonna say it. I'll say it for myself. I think it's a joke to just have 3 teams in one conference.
It is. But as we've talked about at length, I guess nobody wants to really accept them
Yeah.
into their league.
Right.
So that creates an issue. Where do they go?
I don't know. They could stay independent, right? You could throw them independent. I mean, it's. I just look at you have again, all these kids are trying their butt off to play high school sports, and you know the girls and the boys. But if they have 3 conferences, and then you call yourself a conference champ, and then you get invited to the tournament with a losing record, sometimes, you know, I don't think that makes any sense.
So is this something new that just happened?
Yeah,
I mean, how was it before?
It was the Southeast Southeast Conference.
Southeast.
Right? And you had the big 3 big schools, New Bedford, Brockton, and Durfee, and then they threw in Bridgewater, Raynham. They threw Dartmouth in there. Barnstable was thinking about going, but they just went to the Cape and Island League because that's their area.
Brockton
Yeah.
too, right?
Brockton, I say
Yeah.
Brockton. I'm sorry.
You probably did.
So they added Bridgewater, Raynham, and Dartmouth, and that's a little bit of a hike for Dartmouth to get up here sometimes, you know. So someone in their ultimate wisdom decided to go separate, and I don't know, was it a rivalry? Was there too much extracurricular activities between games, and the schools were getting worried about playing this other town?
Yeah, well, I mean,
You know.
I just draw a comparison. You're seeing the same thing in college sports.
Yeah.
You know, teams like Stanford joining the Atlantic Coast Conference. Like, really? Yeah, team from California joining the Atlantic Coast Conference? It's just crazy.
Yeah, that's. And yeah, that's. I mean, we could. I just wanted to get your opinion on that. You know,
Would it have to do with enrollment as well?
usually enrollment's based off how they try to do the playoffs.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They
But for
think-
division play, I mean, for
I don't think
the
the
actual
MIA.
league play.
Yeah, I don't think the MIA even respects or recognizes the conferences sometimes, because all they're worried about is how many kids go to the school
Yeah.
and how they should put them in what division. You know, and then of course some of the athletic directors and. This is just my opinion. This is nobody saying this. Complain, and then they're like, "Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
Dartmouth, you need to go down to Division 3 and play East Bridgewater and Cohasset and in ice hockey because you're just at the borderline of 20 kids over the limit, so you can go down. You know what I mean? And then those other teams go on those crazy rolls and they just dominate. And I think that's not right. You know, I think these conferences need to get a little bit more recognition from the MIAA.
Yeah, it doesn't seem
you know?
fair.
No, not at all. Oh, but that's another. There goes my blood pressure. All
But
right.
basketball, basketball doesn't seem to be too much of an issue. It's hockey,
Yep.
lacrosse, stuff like that,
Yep.
where
Yeah.
enrollment and economic status makes a big difference.
It's crazy. So, do you want to? Let's go over your. What do you have for top 10? Then we can discuss it later as we continue on with our recap. I just want to. I'm curious to see what you have.
This is obviously boys. I had Franklin up top at 9-0.
Yep.
Then I had Whitman Hanson at 8-0.
Yep.
Then I had Mansfield at the 3 spot. And then I had Norwell in the 4 spot. Marshfield in the 5 spot. North Quincy in the 6 spot with that one loss to Whitman Hanson.
Right.
Bishop Feehan at 7. BR at 8. Cohasset at 9. And Braintree at 10.
That's pretty fair. Did you have a chance to compare to see if they played each other yet? Some of them besides.
No, I haven't been able to dive that deep into it yet.
That's all right. But they all have. Most of them are undefeated, right?
The first 2 are undefeated. Norwell might have 1 loss. I can't remember if Norwell's undefeated, but I think just Whitman Hanson and Franklin are undefeated.
Right. All right. So we'll post that on
And
the.
Norwell's
Norwell.
undefeated also.
So we'll post that, and we'll hear from all our critics on social media.
Oh,
Why isn't my team in out? But with that being said, we're going to take our second break. But when we get back, we'll run down the girls' results from Friday, and then Ahava and Lucy will get us up to date on some recaps of some great stories. All right. With that being said, again, you're listening to 4 Deep Sports Talk here in the news station. We'll be back with more right after this. Hey, welcome back. As I am probably the worst multitasker in the history of multitasking, and thank God there's not a fight.
Sorry about that. I know I kind of threw you off there.
No, that's all right. That's all right. If we had another commercial, I probably could have got in. So one of the new MCs we're gonna have is the old intern, and I'm gonna meet up with her this week. Is Brittany Mahan, who works for Nesson and Boston. So that'll be pretty cool. You get to meet her because she's been in the industry a little bit. So you can, if you come in any questions, she'd be more than happy to.
Yep, she worked for
Well, you-
Desson and
Comcast Boston, I think.
Comcast
Sportsnet,
Boston.
yeah.
Yep, and she has her own sports healing.
Yeah, I think she wants to get back into sports.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Oh,
so her and I are going to
wow,
meet up.
Brittany.
We're going to talk about that. And I said, Britt, it's really easy. We have a script. You can wing it. It's all taped. It's not live.
Yeah, she'd be good at that.
And she'll be fine with it. And then I'm going to try to get Antron. If not Antron, I was going to see if you wanted to do it with her.
I could do it with her.
Right?
That's fun.
Have two interns do it.
Nice.
Right? And then, of course, we're referring people that just listening, we're referring to our 6th annual 4 Deep Sports Talk award ceremony.
Wow.
Which is, I know, right? I remember doing it during COVID. I had a buddy of mine play 2 songs for $200. I felt so violated. I thought that was so wrong. All right, with that being said, we're going to get into the girls' results. I gotta focus now. I can't laugh. And I'll get the music fired up. I'm going to try not to poke myself in the eye with my reading glasses. All right, so here we go. So here's your results from Friday night, and then Lucy Cabral and a Haverjet, they'll follow up with some recaps they have off of some of these results I'm about to read. All right, and make sure, there it is. All right, here we go. Girls basketball Friday night results. Of course, we're staying with the Bay State Conference. Braintree over Framingham, 56-47. Natick over Milton, 60-33. Needham over Newton North, 43-38. Walpole over Wellesley, 45-25. Cape and Islands, they're going to tip off today at 4 o'clock, and that's Cape Cod Academy and Barnstable. Dennis Sharmouth beat Monomoy 43-13. Yikes. Falmouth beat Martha's Vineyard 40-16. St. John Paul II, they beat Nauset 56-16. Sturgis East beat Rising Tide Charter 36-22. Catholic Central beat Catholic Central Conference. Cathedral beat Archbishop Williams 69-49. Arlington Catholic beat Cardinal Spellman 40-20. Catholic Conference, Malden Catholic, they beat Fontbourne 49-46. Hockomock Conference, Franklin beat Attleboro 57-46. Foxborough beat Stoughton 76-26. Oliver Ames beat Canton 54-41. And Taunton beat Sharon 53-31. Finishing up, Hockomock King Philip beat Milford 60-30. Mayflower Conference, girls basketball, Blue Hills beat Diamond 47-32. Tri-County beat Bristol Plymouth 34-33. Southeastern beat Latin Academy 60-21. Cape Cod Tech beat Old Colony 41-21. Upper Cape beat South Shore Voc Tech 58-24. Patriot League, Pembroke, they beat Silver Lake 56-34. North Quincy beat Marshfield 49-31. Quincy beat Plymouth North 56-33. Hanover beat Hingham 40-25. Whitman Hanson girls, they beat Plymouth South at home 65-43. Duxbury, they beat Situate 55-23. South Coast, as I almost tied my hands in a knot there for a minute, flipping the page. Old Rochester beat Greater New Bedford Vogue 55-46. Somerset Berkeley beat Dighton Rehoboth 62-31. Bourne beat Joseph Case 59-20. Seekonk beat Fairhaven 48-30. Norwell beat Middleborough 53-31. Finishing up, Carver beat Mashpee 56-31. Sandwich beat Rockland 48-22. Southeast Conference, like we talked about, Kate Cheeseborough went on a tirade. She put up 39 points with their 55-39 win, 55-43 win over Bridgewater Raynham. Finishing up Tri-Valley, Medfield over Westwood 69-49. Medway over Hopkinton 47-24. Norwood over Ashland 55-42. Holliston over Dover Sherborne 48-45. Norwood over Bellingham 49-37. And Millis over Dedham 65-46. And those are your results from Friday. And now to dive.
So I got a question. Kat, she was on our award ceremony last year, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was.
Cheeseborough?
Yeah, she was.
I thought so.
Yeah,
so
player of the year.
Is this her senior year?
Yeah.
Wow.
She's only the second player to win it in the junior year.
Wow.
Yep.
Is she going on?
We'll find out when we
College?
get her. Hopefully, we can get her back in studio, because right now I don't see. I know she's. I think she's on a record to score like 2,000 points or some crazy number like that.
Yeah.
We went down last year and saw him play Bridgewater Raynham, and they kind of took her out of the game a little bit. Not too much. The team that really took her out of the game was Whitman Hanson in the second round of the playoffs.
Wow. Why?
Because they just double teamed her every time she had the ball. There were two girls with black jerseys in her face.
So they had their strategies.
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, but they
Wow,
have
amazing.
They have a very good coach over at Whitman Hanson High School, and his game plan worked to a T, and they totally took her off her rhythm. I mean, it's hard to shoot when you have two girls in your face.
Absolutely.
You got one guarding you and one trailing you,
Yeah.
and they played that. That's how they did it. It worked well. That's how Whitman Hanson
She's
moved
quite
on.
the player, quite the athlete.
She really
also,
is.
And super nice.
Yeah, I'm dying to see what other girls are going to come out of that we're
Yeah,
going to be
me
voting
too.
for. And you'll be voting. You get to vote this year too.
Yep. Yep.
She's
We'll have to explain how that works again for our listeners
We
out
will.
there.
Yep.
Yeah.
We will.
Cool.
So with that being said, you guys want to dive into your results?
Sure.
And that's-
So, do you want to start?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have girls, right?
Yeah.
And you're reading the ones that are asterisk or not asterisk?
Asterisk.
Asterisk. So I'm reading the ones that are
Correct.
asterisk as well. Okay.
Yeah.
I got it now.
And the other thing changed is that she has girls and now you have boys.
Got it.
Natick took over Milton 60-33, riding with the 22-point first quarter lead all the way to the finish. The 20th ranked Redhawks 8-2 were paced at Bridget Pole's 17 points in a Bay State win. Kayla Dunlap added 15 points and Christina Lopez added 10. Oh, I do not know how to say this. Oh wait, I'm not even supposed to read this one.
Not a girl. That's what I would have said.
Glad I clarified that. The
Right.
ones with the asterisk, right?
Mladen Catholic took over 40 Fontbone
Yep.
49-46. Madison Perry had 15 points and Molly Warner had 7 points and 12 rebounds for the Lancers, 5-2 in the Catholic Conference win. Oliver Ames took over Canton 54-41. Monster games from Avery Gamble, 24 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. Maeve Horseman, 13 points, 13 rebounds. And Zoe Swanson, 8 points, 9 rebounds, and 6 blocks, helped the number 19 Tigers 5-3 secure a Hockomock League Davenport victory. Tori White led the Bulldogs 2-4 with 19 points. Blue Hills took over Diamond
Yep.
47-32. Freshman Sarah Michael led with 14 points, and the Warriors stayed 7-0, are undefeated in Mayflower League action. Duxbury took over Scatuate.
What's that? Situate.
Oh, Scatuate.
That's all right.
55-23.
We've heard that before.
Ella Fitzpatrick, 7 points, led an effort by for the Dragons, 8-1 in a Patriot League victory that featured 11 Duxbury scores. And that's it.
All right, so before we get to Lucy, let's do this. Let's take our last break, and we'll have Lucy bring it. Well, she knows what to do. We'll be back with more as Lucy Cabral will wrap up the boys recap that we have highlighted today. We'll be back with her and more, and Nate Rollins from the Whitman Hanson Express, and our phenomenal intern, Ahava Jet. We'll be right back.
Oh, I'm taking it in. Hey, everybody, it's Lucy Cabral here with 4 Deep Sports Talk.
thought I
We are
said
in
that. I'm
studio with Nate Rollins, a special guest today, and Ahava Jet, our Taunton High School intern. We are on a free Fall Saturday, running down highlights and scores from Friday night's basketball games, right? Girls
Yep.
and boys.
Right.
All right, so we're going to give you some highlights. Aheva just did the girls, so I'm going to do the boys.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Hello. Oh, there it is.
Ah.
I'm a
I
terrible
love the
DJ.
music. I really do love the music.
Don't ever have me do birthday parties.
So, North Quincy, 66, Marshfield, 49. Senior captain, Kobe Nguyen. Thank you, Aheva, for writing in these little phonics pronunciations. This
She's
is
awesome.
Great. She is. She is. So, Kobe dropped a game-high 22 points with freshman Aiden McGrath, 19 points, and Lucas Short, 18 points in support to drive a key Patriot League victory for the Raiders, who are 8-1, as they outscored the Rams 6-1, 23-5 in the third quarter to pull away. So congratulations, North Quincy. Then I have Somerset Berkeley, 87. Wow. And Dighton Rehoboth. So they're right around the corner from me. I actually know the Somerset cable access television guy who films that game. Nice. And I also work for the town of Rehoboth, so I know what's going on over there. It's quite interesting. So both schools are quite competitive, and it doesn't surprise me that Somerset Berkeley at 87 beat Dighton Rehoboth at 81. So with 22 points from Dom Taylor and a clutch three-pointer to bring the game to double overtime from Finn Bjork. 12 points, 21 rebounds. The 20th ranked Blue Raiders, who are 7-1, pulled off a South Coast road victory. We just played really well in the second overtime. We do a lot of exercising and practice, and I think it really paid off tonight. We were in great shape to play, said Coach Bob Slater. Slater praised his team's grit as they played hard throughout the long game, despite being pushed to the brink late. We relate it to life, he said. If you want to be successful in life, you have to keep on working. If we want to do well in life, that's how we have to play. Just keep working no matter what the score is. You're never out of it. Just keep on playing. Colton Pacheco had 22 points and 4 assists. So congratulations to Somerset Berkeley Blue Raiders. Then I have Abington at 75 and New Bedford at 65. So Tyler Stady, 25 points, 8 rebounds, and Kingston Maxwell, 18 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals. Holy smokes. Provided huge stat lines with Jack Riley, who had 15 points, and Jake McSherry, 11 points, 6 rebounds. They added key contributions for the Green Wave, who are 7-1 in a non-league win. Let's see, Norton, 69, and Ashland, 50. Oh, I think you did that one. You know what? I'm going to do Catholic Memorial 79 and BC High at 77. So, did you do this one also?
Is there an asterisk next to it?
There is on this one.
Yeah, then she did it.
Okay, because that's what I asked. I was wondering if I was reading the ones with the asterisk or the ones without. You know what? I'll read the ones without. How's that?
That's the ones you got. Yeah, they're supposed to be the ones without. Oh, boy. She missed a team meeting.
That's okay. Norton, 69, Ashland, 50. Mark Liberatore earned his 250th career win as the Lancers, who are 7-1, picked up a Tri-Valley League victory. Sean Clary paced the team with 23 points, and Ethan Rodriguez added 15. Congratulations, Norton, 69, Ashland, 50. Whitman Hanson, did you do that one? I don't think so.
No.
Okay, so Whitman Hanson, 61, Plymouth South, 47. Senior captain Dylan Peralt dropped a career-high 30 points with Jan Estrella, 13 points, 10 assists, controlling the action for the Panthers, who are 8-0 in a Patriot League victory. All right. Franklin, 52, and Attleboro, 37. Wow, this one's got a long paragraph. But that's okay. I'll get through it.
10 minutes.
I got 10 minutes. In a battle between the early leaders of the loaded Hockomock League, the number 1 Panthers, 9-0, received a huge lift off the bench from 2 players to bolster a spirited defensive effort, holding the number 4 Bombardiers, 7-1, to just 9 points in the second half and 2 points in the fourth quarter. Wyatt Herndon was the first man off the bench for Panthers coach C.J. Neely, drawing the task of containing Bombardiers point guard Connor Houle, 2 points. Then the veteran coach went to 6'6" senior Drew Greer, who didn't log much time on JV last year and had played sparingly on varsity, but came up huge down low by matching up with Attleboro big man Raham Orleans. Gear was ready to go, and he had a huge impact on the game, said Neely. Those are the hard things in life, waiting for your chance to get in and being ready for it. Took him some time to find his bearings, and we were waiting for the right matchup. Caden Sullivan led the Panthers with 23 points, and Jake Olmstead added 15 to provide enough offense in the win. We've been talking about our defense being our identity, and that was who we were in the game tonight, Neely said. We always know it's going to be a tough battle with Attleboro. It's really hard to score. We're familiar foes, and we're fighting with them to win the Hockomock League. So beating them is huge. Congratulations, Franklin, 52, Attleboro, 37. And the last one I have is Cohasset at 77, playing Avon at 44. So Sam Larson scored 22 points. Jack Cullinan hit 5 3-pointers and nabbed 4 steals. And Luke Moore added 10 points for the Skippers, who are 8-1 in a non-league game. Congratulations, Cohasset, 77. Avon, 44.
Nicely done, young lady. Nicely
All
done.
right.
I have a great job. As you're diving into a little bit different, journalism, reading that and stuff like that. But I thought it would be pretty cool if we did that because we haven't done it in a while. That worked out well. I think, you know what I mean? We read the scores, had some recaps of the games, a little bit more in depth. So they can't say, they won't say anyway, but at least we got a chance to highlight them.
Yep.
And with that being said, Nate Rollins, of course, from the Whitman-Hanson Express, he initially had a top 10. Mm-hmm. And this is the way Nate does it, and I'm going to tell you the way he does it. And he'll correct me if I'm wrong, but I can always shut his mic off. So as he makes his top 10 by record, he'll go in to that certain team and see if they played the other team and reward them accordingly head to head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if so-and-so, if a Haver beat me,
Excuse me.
and we were both 3-1, but she beat me, her team beat me, she'd jump over me in the standings. You know what I mean? Like the right way to do it.
Yeah.
So with that being said, did you change it? Did you change the top 10?
No, I just made a girls' top 10, but that's about it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay. I got Bishop Feehan at 1.
Yep.
I got Braintree at 2. Pembroke at 3. Dartmouth at 4. Norwell at 5. Duxbury at 6. North Quincy at 7. Whitman-Hanson at 8. Notre Dame Academy at 9. And toss-up between Blue Hills and East Bridgewater in the 10 spot. So they're
Toss a coin.
They're 10A and 10B, or 10A and 10A. We'll call them both 10A and 10A.
Sure.
Why not?
Right,
But
exactly.
yeah, that's my girls' basketball top 10.
All right.
So Nate,
Bonus.
Nate, I have a question
Yes.
for you. Is it true that you kind of favor the Whitman-Hanson teams?
No, I wouldn't say favor them. I do see them a lot,
Okay.
and I know how they sort of form their schedule and like to go against tough
okay.
teams at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
And take their bumps at the beginning of the year. And I mean, if you go against the best at the early part, the girls used to go down to Florida, but the tournament got it was just too easy for them.
Right.
So now they play 2 games in New York. They lost 2 games in New York, but they played 2 really good teams. So
There's gotta be a
that's why
challenge
they're
there
4 and
somewhere.
3.
Yeah.
Right. And the Patriot League's just so strong, especially now with Pembroke undefeated this year, too. He was one of our coaches of the year, too. Remember a couple years ago, Coach Lopes?
Yep. Didn't his player?
We did. They came in, this was, 3 years ago? Because they had a couple down seasons after they graduated all those seniors. Galligan, I think she was our player of the year, wasn't she?
She was our player of the year.
And Howe was really good, too. But yeah, that Pembroke's really good this year. North Quincy's got a couple really good freshmen, and even Quincy's good. Marshfield's good.
Yeah.
Hingham's down year, but then Duxbury's always competitive. So the Patriot League's going to be really good again.
Yeah, they'll represent in the playoffs.
Yeah.
In the tournament, and then I was kind of surprised seeing Abington beat New Bedford in boys basketball.
Abington's good. I think they have one loss.
Yeah,
I think they're 7-1. Yeah, Abington's good.
You figure
Well, New Bedford has always been known, as a very competitive team out there.
Yeah, especially in
all
basketball.
sports. Yeah.
I mean, football, I don't know. Football is, it is what it is. But
Well, it's like Durfee and
exactly.
the rest of the rest of them out there.
All right. Well, I think that went really well.
Yeah, I think so too. I think I should go over the rundown on how we select.
Very good.
Oh yes.
All right. So the way it works, and we've been doing this for the last 6 years. We call 6 years. It's got to be 6 years. Only at 6 award ceremonies. And what we do is we usually me, Nate, and sometimes Tom Joyce will get together and we'll go through all the conferences, and that's a story for another soap opera. And we'll pick pick 4 kids, and they're like the best in the South Shore. And then what we'll do is we'll put it on Twitter and we'll hashtag the schools, for their kids, see what they want to vote for. Same thing with coaches of the year, boys and girls, and stuff like that. And
we'll take nominations too.
Yeah, we'll take
sometimes Jim Seavey.
This is basketball, yeah.
Yep, Cheryl Seavey, yep. And so I'll send you something. I'll send everybody a text, and I'm like, pick one, and then we'll just add up the votes, and then the voting counts as a vote.
So Aheva does require some homework. You have to read up on these people, and select who you think
is worthy of it.
Should win
it's a nice little
award.
dinner. It's a nice little dinner kickback. And last year, in the 5th annual one, we kind of went away from the interviews, and I want to bring that back next year.
Yeah.
And we'll have a bigger area to do it. You know what I mean? So that should be pretty cool to, get that going and just take our time. Because usually, we're done. Even after we eat, we're like done in like 20, 15, 20 minutes,
I think the interviews are great.
Right.
When they go up there and receive their award, they're like, they want to say something,
right.
of course, and thank everybody and blah, blah, blah. But I do think the interview after that would be great.
Right.
Just to sit down and talk with them. We missed that kind of last year, didn't we?
Yeah, we did it once, and it wasn't really, we really didn't think it out as well as we should have. Because we had Bob Rogers there the first interview, and then we just need to set up a bit. We did it before the 4th year when we had the area off to the side.
Yeah, and I think that's what we need to do again.
Right.
Just separate it out from the actual
and we can do that.
ceremony.
Yeah, we can do that.
That way it'll give a chance for Aheva to ask her questions.
Right.
And it'll be a nice little
I'm
contained
going to try to twist somebody's arm to sit with her. And
I think he would be awesome.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Best question he ever had was when we had Bill Wilhelm before he got really sick. And so Bill Wilhelm used to be on another radio station. And did he write for the paper at all? I don't remember.
I don't know. He's been at it for so I don't know.
So
no idea.
He used to do the play-by-play and cover Nate's games when he played for East Bridgewater. So Nate sat down with him, and first question out of Nate's mouth was, Bill, this is kind of funny. This is the first time I'm interviewing you, and you're not interviewing me, which was pretty cool. Break the ice type of thing,
Got a good memory.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was awesome. That was awesome.
There's some
perfect.
things he remembers.
Remembers what he did yesterday, but he can remember that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
As long as I know I get a trip on the 16th of February.
Oh, are we done? Oh, that got away from us.
It did, yep.